Hi, I'm Tiffany, and this is Towering TBR. Today I want to share with you all of the anticipated releases I have heard about in the year 2023. I have 18 to share with you, and this is by no means extensive. These are just the ones that have appealed to me. But I hope that I talk about something that you get interested in as well. I am going to be looking down at my lap because I have my phone, which has all of the information organized. And if there is a cover, I will put it up. And yeah. So in January, there's one book that I am excitedly anticipating, and it's called Independence by Chitra Banerjee Divakaruni. Don't know if I pronounced that right. She's actually a very prolific writer, but this is about the partition between India and Pakistan, and that is a subject that I want to learn more about. And so when I found out this book was coming out next year, I got really excited and added it to my ever towering TBR. In February, I have 6 I am excited to talk to you about. I will also put up the release date if I know it, but know that these might be pushed back at any time. The first that I'm excited about is The Secrets of Hartwood Hall by Katie Lumsden. She is actually a booktuber that talks about classics, and she is doing a Dickens read-along that's going to be like 2 years long. She's fascinating, and she's written her own Victorian mystery that's coming out at the end of February, and I am just so excited to get to it. Because she's so well-read in Victorian literature, I really trust that she will make it really authentic. So I am also excited because Iobami Adebayo'S second novel is going to be coming out in February. It's called A Spell of Good Things. She set her first book, Stay With Me, in Nigeria, and I think the second book is also set in Nigeria. And she's just an incredibly skilled author. I've been waiting for her to come out with something else because I loved her first book so much. I don't know what it's about other than a Nigerian family, but the first book had lots of twists and turns, so I'm kind of hoping that's the same with this next one. I also heard about a book called Hungry Ghosts. I think it's getting quite a big publishing push. But it's a historical fiction set in Trinidad, which is a country I have never read anything about. So I think in 2023, I'm really going to be trying to expand my reading in different, to learn about different places. On the Savage Side by Tiffany McDaniel comes out in February as well. I have an arc of that, and I'm going to be reading it in January, and hopefully I will be gushing about it. It is, it's a book set in Appalachia focusing on 6 missing women, and it's based on a real historical event about these women that went missing, and I don't know if their bodies were found or not, but I guess we'll find out when I read the book. And another author that I've been waiting for her to come out with something new is Rebecca Makkai. I read The Great Believers a couple years ago and really, really liked it. And she has a book coming out called I Have Some Questions for You, which is a thriller and it involves a boarding school murder, and that just sounds great. So the last book that I am excited about that's coming out in February is The Angel Maker by Alex North. I have read The Shadows, and I can't remember the name of the other one, but I've read 2 books by him, and I think he does supernatural thrillers, and they've been really good so far, so I'm looking forward to this next one. In March, we have 1, 2, 3 that I'm looking forward to. The first is The Dance Tree by Kieran Millwood Hargrave. And this is about a historical, like, dancing plague, I think in the 1500s. I'm not really sure, but I've heard a bunch of UK booktubers gush about her, and I'm really excited to see something being published over here. And I'm also excited about Hamra and the Jungle of Secrets by Hannah Alkoff. This is apparently a Little Red Riding Malaysian fairy tale retelling, and it's middle grade as well, and it just sounds really interesting to me. In April, what month comes after March? In April, I'm looking forward to 2 different books coming out. The first is T.J. Klune's In the Lives of Puppets. T.J. Klune is a favorite author of mine. He wrote The House in Cerulean Sea, and he's written a lot of other books. Some are great, some are not my style, but I'm really excited because it's a standalone fantasy adventure, and it has at least 3 robots. So I haven't seen him really do any kind of like sci-fi stuff yet, so I'm excited to see how it turns out. And I'm also excited about The Wager, a tale of shipwreck, mutiny, and murder by David Gran. I read Killers of the Flower Moon by David Gran a couple of years ago. He is a narrative nonfiction writer. Sorry, my cat just crashed into the scratching post. I like shipwrecks, and I think he is a decent narrative nonfiction writer. So I'm looking forward to that as well. Rachel Louise Snyder has a book coming out in May. It's her memoir about leaving a cult and traveling around the world. And I read her book, No Visible Bruises, a couple years ago and found her to be a fabulous investigative journalist. And I'm really excited to see what her memoir is like. And I also want to read The Covenant of Water by Abraham Verghese. I'm not sure if I said that right. It's a literary fiction about India, and there's a drowning curse or something like that. I don't know a lot about it, but it's on my radar, and I hope to pick it up at the library when it comes out. I have 2 more I'm excited about. One in July is called This Deep Sky by Yumi Kitase, and it is a sci-fi thriller, and I am really excited about that. And in October, we will hopefully be getting the 4th Morgan Crow book by Jessica Townsend. It's called Silverborn. I don't really know what it's about, but it was supposed to come out in 2022, and it got pushed back to 2023, so I'm excited to read it whenever it comes out. All right. Is there any that you think I'd be interested in that I didn't talk about? Let me know down in the comments below. And what are you most excited about in 2023? All right, let's have a chat down in the comments below. Thanks for joining. Bye.